You said the right one?
Yes.
Okay. So without searching for a penny, how many know how it looks like? So if I ask you to draw exactly how a penny looks, the majority in this room would be able to do so? Well, it's actually impossible for most people to do so, even though it's a familiar object. A simple experiment such as this introduces the existence of false memories. The idea of false memories can be explored through eyewitness testimonies and interrogations within cases where an individual is wrongfully accused. First, looking back at the penny example shows how our memory processes a familiar object. Multiple versions of a penny can be shown to an individual while being asked to select the correct one. It is even possible that the correct penny was never presented to begin with, and the observer just simply assumes that it is. One issue that can arise from this is selecting the closest answer to the best of their ability based on the memory of a penny. According to cognitive psychologists Nickerson and Adams, found that participants were asked to select the correct penny but failed to do so, even though it was presented in the image. This similar dilemma can be found in eyewitness lineups. When deciding if a person is involved in a criminal incident, it is possible that police officers did not include the suspect who committed the crime. This increases the chances of selecting the wrong person. During an interview with PBS, psychologist Elizabeth Loftus, who focuses her research on false memory, mentioned how people are able to remember strong characteristics of a face or event. However, not all of the characteristics are stored into memory. This makes it difficult to distinguish similar events, objects, and even faces. The Innocence Project exonerated a case that involved the wrongful conviction of Ronald Cotton. It began with Jennifer Thompson, who was a victim of sexual assault. On the night of the incident, she did everything she could to remember the assailant's face. Afterwards, she tried to help the police by giving them a detailed description of the face before people were brought into for a lineup. She had the impression that police caught the assailant and was present during the selection process. Ronald Cotton was one of the individuals that was picked up by the police. Thompson was certain that he was a criminal. After convicted, Ronald Cotton mentioned a person named Bobby Poole, who was in the same correctional facility as him. Poole confessed to an inmate that he was responsible for what happened to Thompson. However, Thompson still believed that it was Ronald Cotton. A different way that false memory can influence how a person analyzes and makes decisions is seen with how questions are framed. Psychologists Loftus and Palmer conducted an experiment by presenting participants a video of a car accident. Two groups were separated and both groups were asked the same question. The only thing that changed was the verb. Afterwards, both groups were asked if they saw broken glass in the video. Group 2 had a higher number of participants that said that they saw broken glass compared to Group 1, but there was no broken glass. Misleading information and questions were framed in a way that led participants in believing that it happened whenever it never did. This can also be seen with false confessions. During police interrogations and court trials, when a suspect or witness is being questioned, there have been cases where people have made false confessions believing that they actually committed the crime. According to a cognitive study done by psychologists Henkel and Kaufman, found that suspects who confessed to a crime they did not commit were able to give details about that false event. Implanted memories is due to techniques presented by police in police interrogations. The individual being questioned combines their own memory of the event as well as the influence scenario given by an interrogator. The tactics question what a person remembers about the incident that leads to doubt. Overall, the different applications of false memories question what information is valid. False memories has the power to ruin the lives of innocent people who are wrongfully convicted. Human perception can be viewed as an unreliable source when convicting a guilty person. Eyewitness testimonies and interrogations are only two ways of looking how powerful false memories can influence an individual without realizing it.